When I first got this lathe, it's a Vivor. You can see the model number there. This thing had the gear change in the back, which is not what I wanted, but I kept it because they gave me a good amount off on the lathe for sending me the wrong one. When I first got it, it was noisy as heck, and I didn't know if it was the bearings in the head or if it was the change gears for speed. So the first thing I did to test it is I made myself a little spindle that I could put in here, and I took a small motor, hooked it up, ran it with the gear changer in neutral in the middle position, and the bearing sounded fine. So it had to be the change gears. Now, there's a Brit guy, Steve Jordan, that put oil ports in the top of his lathe, and he put them directly in the center over the gears, but he had the head all taken apart, so you didn't have to worry about hitting the gears when drilling. I didn't want to take the head all apart, so I offset the holes by quite a bit, and I went the 35 millimeter to center and the 40 millimeter to center, like he suggested. And what I did is I used a drill bit that had a tip like this. This isn't the one. Let's see if I can find it. No, that's not it. No, we'll just dump them all out. Here we go. Here it is. You can see the tip is smaller. It's a two-step drill. So I figured, okay, when I reach the shoulder of the wider tip, I'm just about through the casting, which worked out pretty good. I also angled the holes just slightly, and I moved the lever in the back to keep the gear out of the way when I penetrated through. And it seems to have worked quite well. I can now oil my gears. I didn't want to put a plug in it because I didn't want to get any more drilling debris, cast iron debris down in there. So I made myself a little pad with magnetic strips that I just put over, and it keeps any debris out of there. This is kind of a what should I call it? It's kind of a touchy operation because you got to be careful you don't hit those gears. But drilling very carefully, very slowly, keeping control over the drill and the drill bit, I managed to get through without hitting the gears, and it works. So now the lathe is 100% quieter now that I have lubrication in those gears. I suspect they were completely dry when I got the lathe. When they built it, they didn't put any lube in there, or just a dab, which quickly ran out. But now it's pretty quiet. Give you a little demo here. When I first got the thing, it was just noisy as could be. So I don't suggest this for everybody. If you're not careful, you can hit your gears and damage them. But it worked for me. Y'all have a good day.